That is what Miss May saw. You see, you hit her twice. Don't you remember, Mr. Lawyer?
That is a lie. Does that seem to make sense? That's not the right voice. We'll be cross-examining the witness testimony.
You bet I will.
I mean, yes, Your Honor. Cross-examination. I need to check one of the court reports. Hold up. Died from a blow by a blunt object. May have lived for a few minutes after being hit. She first ran to the left. What do you mean, first?
First, that's what comes before what happens next. Do you speak English, right? Please sit back, relax. I'll try and use simple words for your benefit. First, she ran to the left, and then she ran to the right. Hold up.
What do you mean, next?
Next is what comes after first.
I know that.
That is all you need to know, Mr. Lawyer. As I said, she turned, made a desperate dash to the right. You chased her and delivered the final blow.
Stop saying it was me.
Look at all these rings. But it was you.
Mr. Wright, if you claim that it was not you, then show us proof. I can't do nothing. Right, nothing.
May I continue? That is what Miss May saw. You see, you hit her twice. That is incorrect. Because this...
Mr. White? The victim died from a single blow.
Ugh. What do you have?
Oh, what do you have to say to that? Now's my chance to hit him where it counts. Mr. White, wasn't it you who told this court you were absolutely perfect?
I will refrain from using phrases from now on.
Your Honor, if you could ask the witness for a new testimony. The witness is obviously confused, Your Honor. I would like to request a 10-minute break. Yes, quite. The witness is confused because he's lying. I emphatically request that there be no breaks, Your Honor.
Yeah, we want justice. Let them get out of the way. What is this, a wrestling event?
Very well. If the witness would care to revise his testimony.
The crowd's on my side.
Oh.
The crowd's on my side. No slipping out of this one now, White.
Mr. White.
Ugh, okay. I'm like a pouting little girl. Well, you see, I looked at the other window, then I heard that things fall. Then the next moment I saw Miss Mia run to the left. The killer, you attacked her, but she dodged. And then she turned and ran for the door. Then you did her in with a single blow. Thwop. Ugh.
Thwop, indeed. Very well. You may begin your cross-examination.
Your Honor, my stomach, you see, it's hurting.
Deal with it. This is almost over.
Ugh. I don't remember where this one is either. My voice is hurting now.
It's gonna be so hard to record something later.
What other window?
You heard that thing? Oh. What exactly was that thing?
Ugh, oh, that, the glass light stand.
Right. The one that had fallen over at the scene. Phoenix! Doesn't something about that seem odd? Yeah, very odd.
Yeah, that is odd.
I'll press further. Mr. White.
Ugh, what?
You're saying you saw the glass light stand?
Yes.
Then change your testimony to reflect that.
Sorry, my bad.
Witness will revise his testimony.
Okay, of course. A light stand was lying on the floor when I looked at the lie.
Mr. White? It was impossible for you to have seen the light stand.
What?
The stand was broken into pieces when it fell. Just by seeing the broken pieces, you have no idea it was a light stand. So tell me exactly, when was it that you saw the stand? Answer the question.
Ugh. Isn't it obvious? I saw the stand before it fell over.
So, you saw the stand before the victim was attacked then?
Correct. That would be no problemo, right?
Big problemo. There's a big problem here.
What problem is this?
Mr. White, let me make sure I have this straight. You saw the glass light stand through the window from the hotel before the incident occurred.
Correct. That is so. It's conclusive, definitive, undeniable, unimpeachable.
No, it's impossible. You couldn't have seen the stand. What? What couldn't he? You have proof? Yes, sir. I sure do, Your Honor. A person in the hotel not have seen the stand before it fell over, because if you look at the floor plans, look at this. These are the floor plans of the scene of the murder, yes? Yep. I gotta get rid of that. Correct, Your Honor. Now look. If you were to look through the window at the office, this is the area you would have been able to see. Here. Well, note that the stand is not within visible area. Within the visible area. Well, Mr. White, what do you have to say to that?
Ridiculousity.
Mr. White, if you were in the Gatewater Hotel as you claim, you could have not seen the stand before it fell over. In fact, you wouldn't have ever been able to see it after it fell either. There's no way you could have recognized that broken shards as a glass light stand. So, when did you see the stand, Mr. White? It must have been the moment that it fell. And the only place you could have been to see that from is inside the Wright law offices. In other words, you were the scene of the crime when the murder took place. I like how the sprites don't change when it zooms out. Mr. White?
Ugh.
Mr. White? You did it, didn't you?
Mr. Your Honor, I, Miss Mia.
Looks like we're about to get our verdict. That's far enough, Phoenix Wright.
What? I forgot about Edgeworth.
Mr. White.
Ugh.
I think the time has come. Shouldn't you confess your crimes now,
What?
I said you should confess your crimes. Ergo, confess that you placed the wiretape. The wiretape?
Order! Mr. Edgeworth, explain to the court what you mean by this.
Distinguished members of the court, Mr. White is slightly confused. Allow me to explain. I really don't like the way this is headed. As you know, Mr. White is the CEO of Bloomcore. He ordered his secretary, Miss April May, to tape the law offices of Miss Fay.
What does that have to do?
Your Honor, the question is, when was the wiretape placed in the office, and by who? No, you wouldn't. Mr. White, in order to place the wiretape, you entered Miss Fay's office. Am I correct?
Ugh. Correct. You are most correct, Miles.
Give me a break.
Yes, in order to place the wire tape, I breached the Fay and Laco offices. That is when I saw the accursed light stand.
Now I'm confused. Please explain to the court what this means, Mr. Edgeworth.
Gladly, Your Honor. Mr. Phoenix Wright has made his position quite clear. He was determined that Mr. White knew the glass stand was in the office. He was shown that there was only one time Mr. White could have seen the stand. At the very moment, the murder. Thus, Mr. White would like you to believe that Mr. Wright would like you to believe that Mr. White was the murderer.
I see.
However, is the fact that Mr. White has been to the office well before the murder took place. He went to place the wiretape. He could have seen the glass light stand then.
Ergo, Mr. Phoenix Wright theory is revealed for this baseless contradiction. This is... Mr. White, you will testify to the court about this wiretape.
Look at all these rings. Leave it to me.
I feel faint. Oh God. Oh, my arm hurts.
It was the beginning of September, the week before the murder. I had entered the Fay and Co. law offices. Of course, I had done to place the wiretape. That is when I saw this glass light stand.
So, you saw the stand before the night of the incident. And this is how you were able to identify how the fallen over by the sound?
Look at all these rings. Correct. That is right.
I see. Very well. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine.
Yeah. What am I supposed to do now?
Good luck, Phoenix.
Thanks, Maya. You're no help.
It was the beginning of September. That's a lie. I thought you could just press it, whatever.
Do you have proof?
Miss April May knew the details of Miss Fay's phone conversation. This proves that the wiretap was placed before the murder.
Ugh, that's right.
I had entered the Fay and Co. law offices. Why? I think this is the part where you're supposed to lose. Was it really you who went into the office? Or was it Miss May?
Unidentified fingerprints several days old were found in the Fay and Co. law offices. Those were obviously Mr. White's.
And if I know Edgeworth, he's already run a check on those prints.
Thank you. Now, Mr. White, tell us why you went to the Fay and Co. law offices.
Hey, of course, I've done the place of wiretape. I just press them on everything because it's fun. Why'd you take me as on the phone?
This has no bearing on the current case, Your Honor.
Blue Corp is a detective agency of sorts. We have responsibility to protect clients' confidentiality.
Yep, that's it.
Damn it, there's nothing there for me to press on.
Oh well, maybe he's rattled enough that I can bluff something out of him. Beginning of September, I already asked her that. I asked that one too. So I gotta ask the last one.
That's when I saw last night's stand.
Why did you notice something as inconceivable as a light stand?
That light stand was made entirely out of glass. It was quite stylish, so I guessed it made a lasting impression on me. Such a audacious thing deserves attention, does it not? That is all.
Damn it, there's nothing there for me to press him on. Oh well, maybe he's rattled enough I can bluff something out of him.
It was the beginning of September.
Oh, my back hurts. Let me check this.
He's right, it was the beginning of September.
Hey, take this. Yeah, you messed up. If the exclamation points come up, you messed up.
It does? I don't see anything contradictory.
Really?
Objection overruled. Try to think before you make accusations, Mr. Wright.
Whoops, it didn't go as well. It was the beginning of September, I already pressed him on that. Yeah, I think I already pressed him on that too. Oh, don't tell me I've run out of ammo.
Tisk, tisk. I'm afraid that is as far as I go, Mr. Wright. The time has come for you to admit your defeat. You fought honorably.
No more. I can't take this anymore.
Mr. Wright, are you giving up?
Yes, Your Honor.
Phoenix.
Huh?
Phoenix, over here. I know that voice.